Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to my hobby blog. Today I wanted to give sort of a quick reaction and review to the first three episodes of the new season of The Boys. We're on season 4 now. Uh, Full disclosure, this will be spoilers up until the end of the third episode, which as of today, June 18th, that is the latest episode that has come out, is the third episode. And just to give a quick sort of rundown of how I view the show so far, I started watching the show just a few months ago. I finally caught up and got motivated to watch The Boys because I'm a huge Carl Urban fan and I also really like uh, uh, the Craig's son. I forgot his first name, but he plays Huey. I really like that character as well, and the politics seem to align very well with how I view politics. So at least the show seemed to lean the same way as I did. So I started to watch it. I really enjoyed season one. Season two, I think, was the best in terms of very artfully and masterfully balancing the satire and also making it a very interesting story and also having some great twists that I was not able to foresee before they happened. So season 3 was actually the first season where I started to dislike it a little bit. I felt like it was a little bit too on the nose and the political satire just seemed too obvious for me. I think one of my favorite shots in the show so far was in season 2 when we're driving down to North Carolina and we see Homelander with the Confederate flag as a cape. And I thought that was one of the best sort of images in the show. And this season, just to go more into my reactions, I think the show is too on the nose still. Everything is very this is that, this is this. It's not really writing that line that well and being a good satire. Everything is very one to one. There's really surface level exploration of what's going on. This season is a lot more focused on Homelander becoming this far right sort of dictator and sort of dismantling Vought, which used to have a really tight leash on him, but now Homelander is not restrained whatsoever, and he's doing whatever the hell he wants. And Starlight, who is a good soup, she is aligned with the boys, who is made up of Carl Urban, Butcher. We have Mother's Milk. We have Frenchie, who is probably my favorite character of this season so far. I really like the exploration of his character this season compared to other seasons. We also have Kimiko, I believe that's her name. Apologies if not. She is really interesting, and we got a lot of great character development in season 2, I believe. And that was probably my favorite character of that season was Kimiko. But Starlight, Huey, and the rest of the boys are trying to sort of stop Homelander, and this is something that's been going on since season 2. I was hoping it would have been resolved last season. I don't know how many seasons this show is going to go, but I'm kind of tired of the surface level satire that's going on. There's really no room for interpretation or anything like that. And again, I wholeheartedly agree with the politics of the showrunners. I am not pro Homelander. I think he's a piece of shit. I hate him. I hate all of his, what do they call them? Like home runners or something like that. And we also have the Starlight faction of all her fans and supporters. We have Pizzagate, which is going on right now in the season. Homelander is accusing Starlight of being like a pedo ring uh, organizer and sort of sex trafficking kids and all this stuff, which again is very reflective of what's going on right now with QAnon and everything happening in our world. And I think it's just not that well done, or it's done very superficially. Uh, it's not that fun to watch this show usually. but at least it's very interesting in how they handle sort of the real world politics. But this show, or this season so far, isn't really riding that line. It's very just kind of shoving it in your face and not really leaving any room for exploration or anything like that. It's fine. I think it's an okay season, but trying to think. But I really like Starlight for the most part throughout this show. I thought she was the best in season one. That is sort of her season, but everything happening with Butcher, I'm kind of getting tired of. As of the last episode of season 4, episode 3, he is on his way to dying. I have a theory or prediction, not really a theory, but I predict that Butcher is going to die this season. And if not, he's going to somehow become a much better Soup. Because he is a temporary Soup, because he's been taking the temporary Compound V, and so has Huey, but Huey only did it once or twice. So he's not on, his brain is not melting within his own head. But I really hope that Butcher stays alive, but he has a transformation of character. Because all of our boys' team members are not having a good time. They don't trust any of each other. They lie to each other constantly. And I'm ready for that to kind of settle down and for us to go into an interesting plot line. I don't need aliens to come down from the sky like in, the Avengers, but I want some sort of new conflict that is not focused on taking down Homelander. And this is set up nicely, though, because one new thing that we have this season is Homelander's son. I forgot his fucking name, but his superhero name is Homeboy, is what Homelander is calling him, and who they're kind of steering the marketing for his son for. Ryan is his name, Ryan. And I'm enjoying his plotline a lot throughout the show. I thought his introduction in season 2 was really interesting. Well, we sort of got it in season 1, but season 2 is when we really go into that relationship between Butcher and Ryan, because Ryan is the son of his wife Becca, but the son of Homelander instead of Butcher. So Butcher sort of takes him in as kind of his stepson, and Homelander, although he's his true father, doesn't really have any interest in getting to know his son. So, or really just getting to have him grow to be his own person. He wants him to be just like him. So, I mean, it's fine. I enjoy Homeboy a little bit, but I'm ready for him to kind of fully reject Homelander, because we get a scene towards the end of season 2 or sometime in season 3 where Ryan rejects Homelander and says, I don't want anything to do with you. But then he has this sort of turn back to Homelander last season. And now this season, he's now having this dual identity crisis going on, where he wants to do good, but at the same time, he wants to impress his father. But he has a lot more stronger ideals than his father, where his father just wants to basically be the dictator of the entire world. So, again, all these storylines I'm mildly interested in. I'm not super invested in, but I want to see how the show sort of wraps up, because I don't know how many seasons they're going to go. My rating right now for the season is hovering around a 7.5 out of 10, but I don't know. I will say the new Soup that's part of the 7 now that Homelander recruited, Sister Sage, I think she's really interesting. She's the smartest person in the world. And there's a really funny ongoing joke where people say, oh, you're the smartest woman in the world. And she corrects him like, no, I'm the smartest person in the world. Which kind of is a better sort of contemporary dig than a lot of the sort of political uh, happenings that are going on in the show. I thought that was a really good ongoing joke, but the other superhero, which I forget the name of, but she has some history with Starlight. She's sort of like the QAnon superhero who's peddling a lot of theories and just trying to give people some sort of purpose, is what she talks about. And I do not care for her character whatsoever. I don't like her. I don't like where the season is heading. I hope it kind of goes back to the sort of smaller scale, less depressing subjects, because I don't really want to watch, this show that is so reflective of our times now, and it's not really giving us any hope for the future. I want there to be some wins on the good side, and hopefully the rest of the season will be that. The next episode comes out this Thursday, so I'll try to put out an episode sooner for that. But these last 3 episodes are good. I enjoyed them. I'm really enjoying the story going on with A-Train. I really like that he's working with the boys now and continuing to, because he does help them every now and then throughout the show. But this season, he's really aligning himself with the boys and Starlight and everyone else. So I'm really excited to see that. That's probably the story I'm most invested in right now. And also seeing what Sister Sage has left in her story, because I don't really know anything about her outside of that she was a contestant on a TV show at some point and she got kicked off. But Homelander brought her back, so he has a plan with her. We'll see how that goes, but I think that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you've been watching The Boys and what you think of this season. I hope it kind of finishes out at a 9 out of 10, which is what most seasons have been rated for. I would say season 2 is a 9 out of 10, and the rest of the seasons are hovering around an 8, 8.5 out of 10. So just to kind of give my summary rating of the series. So thank you all so much for watching, and please have a great rest of the day.